O Sai, you have given us your divine Charitra to enable us to know you. You have blessed us with devotion and faith in you. Man should evolve as Lord and get permanent peace and joy. I should merge in God. The drop of water should be taken to the ocean and should be made to touch it. Then the drop would become the ocean, and the Jiva should unite with God. How the surprising thing here is Jiva Atma, individual soul is in God, universal soul. We are all enveloped by the Supreme Soul. Then why are these two separate? The mind plays the trick. To keep this separate entity, the mind entices us through the five senses and the pleasure they offer. Thus, the desire to drink the joys of the world act as a shield and separate the jiva from the Lord. This shield can be broken only by constantly thinking of God. If we always remember Sai in our mind, slowly we get detached from this world and became one with the Lord. This is liberalization. O Sai, bless us to remember you always. All great saints love one another with fraternal affection. Sri Vasudevananda Saraswati, who was considered an incarnation of Lord Dattatreya, camped at a devotee told the Swami that he was going to Shirdi. The Swami gave him coconut and said, "Offer this to my brother Sai with my pranams." Swamis do not generally go to others, but an exception has to be made in Sai's case. Kundalikara Rao, in his journey to Shirdi, by mistake broke the coconut given by Sri Vasudevananda Saraswati Swami and ate it. When he went to Sai, he asked him, "Where is the coconut given by brother?" Rao confessed his guilt, asked for Baba's pardon, and offered to give him another coconut as a substitute. Baba said that the worth of that coconut cannot be compared to an ordinary one. Saptar Nekar started practice as a lawyer in Akkalkot. 10 years after that, he lost his only son and he was inconsolable. Saptanekar remembered that his friend Shiva told him that Sri Sai Baba of Shirdi was a great saint. So he went to Shirdi along with his wife. The moment Mrs. Saptanekar sat in the presence of Sai, she was relieved of the backache which had been troubling her for a long time. Sri Sai pointed out Saptanekar and said, "This fellow accuses me that I have killed his son. Why should he cry even after coming to this masjid? I will bring that every child back in his wife home." Sai placed his hand on the Saptanekar head and blessed him. In a year, a son was born to them. Once Sai narrated a strange story. One day, Sai was sitting on the bank of a river. A traveler came and sat by his side. Suddenly, they heard the croaking of a frog. The traveler went there to see what was happening. He returned and told Sai that a frog was about to be swallowed by a big snake. Sri Sai said, "No, I will not allow this to happen. It is my responsibility to save the frog." So saying, he went near that and said, "Oh, Virabhadra, has not your enemy Channa Baspa repented though he was born as a frog? Why do you still hold entity though you were born as a snake? Shame on you. Give up your hatred and be calm." On hearing these words, the snake left the frog and crawled into the bushes. The frog jumped into the river. The traveler was very much puzzled at this. Then Sai explained the whole story to him. Sai said a temple of Shiv was in a dismayed condition in our village. The village collected funds for his repair, gave the amount to a rich man of the village, and requested him to do the work. He swallowed it and kept quiet. Then Mahadev appeared in a dream to his wife and said, "Spend your own money for the renovation of the temple. I will give you a hundredfold of what you spent." She was all ready to do it with the ornaments given by her father. The greedy husband took them and gave in return a barren field, which was mortgaged but to him by a poor woman by name Dupaki. Thus he cheated his wife as well as God. Soon after this, her lightning struck the house of the miser. The couple as well, Dupaki, died. In the next life, the miser was born as Virabhadra, while his wife was born as Gauri, the daughter of the priest of the temple. Dupaki was born as a boy, Chennabasappa, in the house of the attendant of the temple. The priest and his daughter were my devotees. On my advice, the priest gave his daughter Gauri in marriage to Virabhadra. Suddenly there was a quick rise in prices. The land given to Gauri by her father was sold for 1 lakh rupees. Virabhadra and Channabaspa quarreled for that money. Virabhadra, in a fit of rage, threatened to cut Chennabaspa to pieces. Chennabaspa fell at my feet and sought my protection. I pledged to save him. After years, both of them died and were born as a snake and frog. So I have saved the frog now and kept my word. Shama, a devotee of Sri Sai, took his permission to go to Nagpur, Kasi, Prayag, and Gaya. Sri Sai said, I shall reach Gaya before Shama. When Shama arrived at Gaya, one Panda welcomed him and made arrangements of his stay in his house. Shama was very happy to see a big, beautiful portrait of Sai Baba there. Suddenly, he remembered the words of Sai. He asked the Panda from where he got that picture. The Panda said that he went to Shirdi to have darshan of Sai 12 years ago. There he saw the portrait in the house of the Shama, a devotee of Baba, and asked for it. Shama gave it to him with the permission of Baba. Shama remembered the incident. The Panda was very happy to know that the same Shama had come to his house as his guest. Sri Sai instructed Kaka Sahib Dikshit to read Eknath Bhagwat and Ramayana every day. After Sai's Mahasamadhi, one day while reading those books, Kaka Sahib's mind was filled with sorrow and despair. He thought he was unable to worship the Guru with devotion in the manner exposed by the nine Nadas, Siddhas. Then how could he attain salvation in their life? Shama consoled him. He said, there is no need for despair after obtaining a Sadguru like Sri Sai Baba. As they were talking, one gentleman named Anandrao Paduke came there and narrated his vision. He said, I was standing in a sea in waist deep water. Sai Baba appeared to me sitting on a beautiful throne studded with diamonds. Shama, who was there, asked me to fall at Baba's feet. I replied that Sai feet were in water. Shama said, O Deva, take out your feet from water. Sai immediately took out his feet. I caught them and bowed down to them. Sai said, there is no need for fear and anxiety. You will prosper in life. On hearing this, Kaka Sahib felt happy. His faith in Baba redoubled. Sai spoke nectar-like words to his devotees. He who criticizes and abuses other tortures me, but he who suffers and endures blame pleases me most. I am indebted to all those who love me, see me always, meditate on me, chant my name, and surrender to me completely. I shall repay their debt by granting them salvation. I shall never forget those who come to me and who do not eat anything without first offering it to me, and who always think of me, surrender to me with no pride and egoism. You need not go anywhere in search of me. I am the consciousness in all beings. If you know this and learn to see me in all things and brings you, will become one with me. Hemant Bandhu wrote the life story of Sri Sai said, Sri Sai helps his devotee from all sides. He expects them only to love all beings and do nothing else. All those who read the life story of Sai with love and all those who listen to it will become one with Sri Sai Baba. When one devotee said, Sai people come to you and with worldly desires only. No one asks you for liberalization. Sai replied, I first satisfy the material needs of the people and then slowly lead them onto the path of liberalization. We are all in that state only. We come to you with all our problems. Please remove our troubles and grant us peaceful life. Then lead us on whichever path you like. We are always your slaves, your servant. We seek refuge at your feet. Protect us. Sri Sai Baba, I place my head at your feet and seek your protection. I have completed the Parayan of the 7th day by your grace. Please bless me with long life, health, wealth, peace, joy, and unfulfilling devotion to you. Sri Samartha Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai.